My next point is heaven does not decide compatibility. It's your mindset, it's your partner's mindset, it's your values, it's your compassion, empathy. It's these parameters which determines the actual compatibility. So now now we are getting more into this topic wherein I'm debunking that marriages are not made in heaven, because you've been brought up on the society lies. What you've been told, that marriages are made in heaven, and certain cultures have even gone one step ahead by suggesting that there is somebody waiting for you, somebody is born for you, it's just a matter of finding her or him. But like universe has made somebody for you, heaven has made somebody for you. So that's why marriages are made in heaven. The biggest bullshit, the biggest lie which I'm debunking through this series, there will be around 7 8 more episodes in which I'll be debunking everything in proper detail, so that you get a complete clarity that what has been fed to you, what has been fed in your brains, is nothing but pure stupid moronic lies, nothing else. So my first point in this regard is compatibility in a marriage is built through trust. It's lots of hard work. It is not built through fantasy which has been fed into your brains. You have been told the biggest lie that marriages are made in heaven. And once you find your mate who was destined for you, then it's going to be smooth sailing right throughout. Hasn't this been told to you that there is somebody waiting for you? It's just a matter of finding him or her. Once you find him or her, it's going to be smooth sailing, because he or she will understand you, he or she will be compatible with you. Everything will be like smooth sailing. It's always be fresh air, grass is green, roses are red. It's going to be like that throughout. But now come back to the reality. I'm now out here to expose that fantasy which has been sold to you under the garb of marriages are made in heaven. So compatibility is built through lots of hard work. It is built through reasoning. It is built through understanding. It is also built through lots of sacrifices. Compatibility is not a product that either you have it or you don't. That is something which has to be worked upon on. For example, fitness. I was myself 108 kilos 4 years before. Today I'm 66 kilos. Do you think that since it was made in heaven, or I stumbled upon something which was made in heaven, like say marriage, that's why I became 66? Hell no. I have to slog my ass off. I've been fasting. I've been running. I've not eaten any of my favorite foods since the past 4 years. I've quit drinking. I've quit alcohol, smoking, everything. So I had to sacrifice. You're getting the connection, what I'm trying to say. Real life does not work on fantasies like the fantasy which has been sold to you, that compatibility, once you get the mate of partner of your dreams, marriages are made in heaven, everything will be compatible after that. Hell no, it does not operate that way. I had to make lots of sacrifices to be where I am today. The skin tone which I am having, the face cut which I have discovered after 4 years of being surrounded with facial fat, I had to sacrifice lots. I had to work a lot towards it. Same thing applies even in compatibility when it comes to relationships. So weddings, as they say, marriages are made in heaven. It's absolutely the biggest lie. Nothing is made in heaven. So when they tell you that compatibility, since marriages are made in heaven, and once you find your ideal mate, compatibility will just flow. Biggest lie. Again, that's what I'm debunking in this particular episode, that compatibility has to be attained by lots of superior level of understanding, by learning psychology of the opposite sex. Since I'm a man, I have mastered the female psychology, as you must be aware. So that is how compatibility is built. When you know, when you have studied the psychology, and that is possible only when you've been with lots of people. Just the first person that you meet, you get married to her. That is bullshit. That is the biggest mistake which majority of the Indians make. So compatibility is built through trust, yes, but how is that trust? Trust doesn't just come right into your home. It doesn't sit right in your lap, right? You need to work towards it by spending time, by sacrificing, by understanding, by putting in lots of hard work. That is how compatibility is built. There is no charm like, since your marriage is made in heaven, now you will be having compatibility for the rest of your life. It does not work. Real life does not work this way, dude. It's not at all how it works. My next point is values decides long-term harmony. Contrary what has been fed in your brains, that marriages are made in heaven, long-term harmony will be getting just because of the fact that your marriage was made in heaven. That is just sugarcoating the lies basically, because long-term harmony comes through values. I've personally seen my father, I've lost my mother last year, February, 2024 February. But throughout her life, she and my father, they lived in pure harmony. That was because they both had the right values. What is missing in today's modern society is that none of them, both the parties, either of the parties don't have, absolutely, they don't have any values. So from what I have seen through my parents' relationships, which they had a harmonious, long harmonious relationships of more than, like, I think 42 years they were together, 42 years. Because I am 45, not even 42, it's 44 years, because I was born immediately after 1 year of their marriage. So they were together for 44 years. No, 42 was right, because I lost her last year. So I have to deduct one more year. So around 42, 43 years they were together. What was the essence of that harmonious relationship? If you ask me, both of them had the right values. So harmonious relationship is by inculcating the right values, and both should be having it. If just one person has it and the other doesn't have, then it doesn't work that way. It will tilt the game considerably. It is not going to be harmonious at all. But if both of the parties have the right values, only then you can expect a harmonious relationship. But that is completely missing in the modern society. So if you are expecting harmonious relationship just on the basis of marriages being made in heavens, you are living in a fool's paradise, nothing less. My next point in this regard is opposite mindsets destroy relationships. You have been fed yet another lie that opposites attract. Hasn't this been told to you? That opposites attract. But I've been studying this since the past 26 years, and have come to one common conclusion that opposite mindset actually destroys relationships. Since it has been fed in your brains that marriages are made in heaven, so even if both of you have opposite mindsets, it's going to be perfectly fine because your marriage was made in heaven, right? But absolutely wrong. Opposite mindset is the biggest antithesis of harmony. So what happens, you guys have been sold one lie that since your marriage is made in heaven, so even if both of your mindset is opposites, it's completely fine. It will be harmony because opposites attract. But that is plain bullshit. Opposite mindset creates conflict. It creates friction, which in the long run ruins and completely destroys your marriage. So if you are under the impression that both of us have opposite mindset, but since our marriage was made in heaven, that is just basically giving comfort to yourself. Like, it's very similar to a guy who is traveling. He needs the washroom. He needs the washroom urgently, emergency. So now he starts praying to God. God, please give me a washroom. And now suddenly he finds one washroom. So he starts thanking the heavens that God sent me. But those narcissistic morons, they don't understand that there are thousands of children having cancer, thousands of children who are hungry, they don't have food. God doesn't have time to feed them or to cure them, but He has time to find a washroom for you. So that is narcissism at its best. So that's just giving comfort, basically. So same philosophy applies here. They're just giving themselves comfort that opposites attract. I mean, marriages are made in heaven. So even if we are not, our mindset does not match, it's perfectly fine. But that's the biggest mistake people make. So now you're getting the clear connection. I've herein through this episode also, I've completely debunked the common narrative that marriages are made in heaven, because that is the biggest lie which has ever been sold to you. Marriages are definitely not made in heavens. The reason being, there is nothing called as heaven. Heaven does not exist. That's a myth. That's a fable. That's an imaginary story which has been fed in your stupid brains. As simple as that.